grew up in a house where my people, my family, were community people. The doors was always open for them, no matter color or what. And at the age of 13, I started doing my own community work with my mother. And that's how I grew up. The seed was sown, the community is my own family. My work from the health side is, I'm busy now at the day hospital with a herb garden and a fruit garden. That is now for the TB patients. TB is the biggest problem there. And then I go do the house visits. And that is where I go and speak to the people and give them some motivation to come to the clinic. And that is actually the role of me. No matter who you are or what, if I hear you coughed and I ask, how long are you coughing? Did you do something about it? You know, come around, put a little hand on the shoulder and give a hug. If I should do, I'll do that. I've got a team, because you can't work alone. You'll burn out at the end of the day. And that is also what people ask me, how do you manage? You've got so many caps. How do you manage? Teamwork and planning. The biggest support in my life was my husband. But he died 3 years ago. And I do miss that. He will stand up in the night. Then hear the car pulls out, take the people to the hospital. Doesn't matter what time of the night. So that's why I thank God that I did have a husband like that. That also loved the community. In my area, it was very hard at times. They ran open with the guns. They shoot like anything. People were killed already. Children screaming, ran into my house. I keep them, everything is quiet. My husband used to say, is here a board somewhere outside that says here, everyone is welcome? I love what I do. If I can do more, I'll even go as far as that.
How I got into being a community worker, it's basically Bradley. You know, I gave birth to a child. He's mentally challenged or mentally disabled. And taking him to clinics, taking him to hospital, you sort of speak to other parents, you sort of speak to other mothers that is going through the same motions, the same things that you are going through. Eventually we said, listen, why don't we start something where on a Friday I will look after your children and we would rotate. And that is where it started. And eventually we started a little center. And we called the little center Joy Daycare Center. We felt it was a joy. You know, these children was given to us and it's a joy to have them. I don't think I had it in me to be an activist, but it must have been there all along. We met up with DPSA. DPSA was Disabled People South Africa. They felt strongly that you don't look at the disability, but you look at the ability. And then as parents, we started going to that group. And that is where DCAC was born from. And DCAC is Disabled Children's Action Group. We also felt as parents that we have a voice, you know. We could say this is what we want for our children. Yes, we respect professionals, we do. But we wanted to talk for our children ourselves. And that's where the slogan comes from. You know, nothing about our children without us. Bradley has really opened my mind, my way of thinking. I've changed the way I used to be. You know, I never thought I had it in me to challenge government. I never thought I had it in me to challenge anybody. I didn't have much education. I only went as far as standard 7. I was also very intimidated by people that was learned. So it was difficult for me to understand the doctor's terms, you know, and I would say, can you break up that word for me so that I can understand it, you know? And that is how I learned, you know. I love people. I love working with people. I love talking to people. I just love people, you know. I would speak to gangsters. I was never afraid of gangsters, you know, and I would involve them in the community because I felt, listen, you're just standing there on the corner, you're doing nothing. Come here, come clean the garden here for the children. You're doing something for our children. I'm proud when I see other parents developing. Today another woman is running the daycare center. I've started there, but I've moved on. I'm proud of a lady, Mam Lunka. She's done a fantastic job out in Somerset. When she came to DCAC, she knew nothing, just like me. She knew nothing, but because of us as facilitators, developing her, running workshops with him, training the parents. Today, Mam Lumka has got a village where she's got children with HIV/AIDS on that village. And it's those little things that sustains you, that makes it worthwhile to say, listen, this people is going on, man. It's a great thing to work in the community. What you put in is what you get out.
Ndiqale ukusebenza eJohannesburg apho ndiye ndadibana nelizwi likaThixo khona. Ndaqalisa ke ukuba ngumfundisi nokusebenza ngezwi likaThixo. Kulapho ke ngondizofika apha eWestern Cape, then ndastarta ke ngokule project yokusebenza nabantu aba-HIV. Ndinomdla uba ndingamnceda kakhulu umuntu o-HIV because ndibone indlela endi-affecte ngayo kwifamily yam nako abanye abantu abasondeleyo kakhulu kum. Ndathatha ke isigqibo soba ndisebenze ne-community. Ndisebenza Site C eKhayelitsha ekliniki. Siyobathandazisa khona because abantu becawe banimamele badlala irole enkulu kunto ye-HIV. Sitry into kokuba everybody makathethe nge-status sakhe kwi-HIV. Enoba ungumuntu wenkonzo, enoba uyimember ye-community. So siyabanceda spiritual, sibancede emotional ngento zokudla. HIV asiyonto iyakufumana even if ungumuntu wenkonzo. That's why started into yoba senze i-workshop ukutrain abefundisi, then bakwazi ukunceda i-congregation zabo into yoba abantu bazazi into yoba ifana nesiphi isifo i-HIV. So sifumana impendulo enhle kakhulu ebantwini ngoku because bazifila be-free into yokokuba bangathetha nge-status zabo ze-HIV. Sithetha ngentlalo yabo nangendlela abaphatheka ngayo emakhayeni abo nangendlela yokuba bangazinceda kanjani ukumelana ne-problems abanazo. Asisebenzi ngabantu sebesitya i-ARVs, sisebenza ngaba baziva maybe today, then sibazame kuba bakholisa down because bathi singabefundisi simele lo xa umuntu asothuke kakhulu ahambe ngabheke kwezinye i-support groups se-alright sehlile umoya. uYesu akazange ashumayele nje ivangeli but wafundisa ukuthi simele sibancede abantu ngezandla not ngokuthetha only. So ngemivulo nangolosithathu nangolosihlanu sine-soup kitchen esibanika yona abantu bazothatha i-treatment. Before bafumane ii-pills zabo bafumane isoup badle, and then ke bakwazi asijonganga kwaba ba-HIV bodwa, abantu aba-HIV, abantu abathatha i-treatment ye-TB nabanye nje abantu abahluphekileyo every week kwanolungile clinic. Ndisinayo ne-home based care esiye sayistata into yokuba aba bantu benkonzo bakwazi uphuma bayonceda abantu kwi-community zethu. So ndimbona mna social capital eyindlela yokuthi sikwazi ukuqhagamshela nabantu abaphezulu bakwazi ukubona umsebenzi wethu apha ezantsi, nabantu ne-community as well ikwazi ukuhlangana.